Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Happy Thursday, everybody. Technical difficulties. Apologies for the late start here. Had to fix StreamYard, but we're good now. We're live, and we've got two great games tonight. Nathan, good morning. Two huge NBA games tonight. Both series looking to get to 7 games. Knicks Pistons at 7:30, Nuggets Clippers at 10, Denver up 3-2, Knicks up 3-2. Both teams that are down 3-2 are at home. So hopefully we get 2 game 7s. That would be my ideal situation. What was Golden State doing last night? Yeah, so we'll talk about that. And we have to talk about LeBron James because I would say it's unlikely, but there's a less than 0% chance that we just watched LeBron James' last NBA game ever, which is crazy and it's upsetting to me because you can say what you want about LeBron. I'm not here to debate LeBron, Jordan. Frankly, I don't care. Like, I've never been someone that entertains just arguments about that because I think it's a waste of time. It doesn't make any sense. And one thing I know certain about the LeBron Jordan debate is no one is ever changing their mind. LeBron fans are never going to change Jordan fans' mind, and Jordan fans are never going to change LeBron fans' mind. So it's the most irrelevant argument in the entire world because no headway is ever made in that argument. It is just people yelling into the void. So I'm not here to talk about that, but I can respect LeBron James for being at the top, at the peak of his powers for basically my entire life watching basketball. I was like 7 years old when LeBron made his NBA debut, and I'm approaching 30 and he's still playing. And it's crazy that could be his last game ever. I hope it's not. I would like the Lakers to run it back one season next year with LeBron and Luka and them actually be able to construct a proper team around them instead of just building it on the fly. Like we talked about yesterday, like the Lakers didn't know that they were going to get Luka Doncic at the trade deadline. So they constructed their team with the idea that they were going to have LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And then that wasn't the case, by the time the playoffs got here. So I would like to see them run it back. I hope it's not the end, for LeBron, but there is a chance it could be, which is crazy. As far as what Golden State was doing last night, I had some weird thoughts on that, Nathan. So if you guys, right at the beginning of the game, I can't remember who the sideline reporter was last night for that game. I can't remember. I don't know if it was Allie LaForce or who. Regardless, that doesn't matter. They cut to the sideline reporter early on in the game, and she said that Steve Kerr, I don't think she meant it in this way, or Steve Kerr meant it in this way, but it just sounded like a weird comment to me. She said that Steve Kerr had said, if things get out of hand, we'll see how long we can leave them in, the starters in, because it's going to be a short turnaround to playing the next game. I mean, that comment, this happened in the first quarter of the game. That comment to me, it just told me the Warriors they didn't care about the game last night. Not that they were purposely going to lose. I think that if they were in the game in the second half, they would have went in to win. But I think they kind of accepted they're probably going to lose, and we don't want to, overuse our guys when they're going to have a quick turnaround and play tomorrow night again back at home. So it kind of sounded to me like the Warriors were set on going to try and close it out at home on Friday night. Because I mean, if you look at it, the Rockets were up so big, they pulled all their starters, the Warriors pulled all their starters, and the Warriors backups cut it to, they cut it to 11 at one point with 5 minutes to go. And I mean, if the starters were in, you can come back from 11 points in 5 minutes. That's not that crazy, but they never even entertained the thought of putting those guys back in. So I think the Warriors just conceded pretty early in that game, and they were like, we're going to rest up and try and close this thing out at home tomorrow night. So I just thought that was a weird comment from Steve Kerr. Like, why was like resting your guys on your mind? I don't know. That was a little weird to me. Dewan, what's up? So yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on the game last night. Hopefully it's not LeBron's last game, but could be. Austin Reeves needs to answer for his sins. Once again, like the Timberwolves, they won the series 4-1, but like all these games were really close. Austin Reeves lost the Lakers the game last night. Just untimely turnovers, shooting 1 or 2 of 10 from 3, whatever he shot, just completely terrible. He was a big issue for them last night. Rudy Gobert, 27 and 24. So they basically, the Timberwolves scrapped these Naz Reid minutes, went back to Rudy Gobert full time, which is a good strategy considering you're playing a team that does not have a center. So a lot of times in the playoffs, Rudy Gobert gets played off of the floor by these more athletic big men, and the Lakers don't have that. So it was very easy for Gobert to kill them. I didn't understand why they weren't doing that more early on in the season, or not early on in the season, early on in the series. And that just shows you how bad the Lakers are right now, that the Lakers had to like overhelp so much defensively that they were just giving up constant offensive rebounds to Rudy Gobert. Like Rudy Gobert scored 27 points. I would love to know what percentage of that came on putbacks. It had to be like 50% of his points. I mean, he was just crushing them on the offensive glass because they're playing 5 guards, essentially, the Lakers. 4 guards and LeBron, or I guess like 3 and Hachimura and LeBron. Like just such a small lineup. So that was a big problem. Saw Anthony Edwards walking around the arena after they won. That was pretty funny. We'll see. Wolves, and assuming Warriors win, again, I don't know, but assuming that the Warriors win, they're favored in game 6. Wolves Warriors should be a great series. And then OKC versus whoever wins from Clippers Nuggets will be a great series. But I've said a couple times, I think whoever wins Clippers Nuggets is at a big disadvantage because the OKC has just been sitting around, after the sweep. And, these two teams are probably going to play 7 games, like very, very physical, tough games. Looks like you were a year off with Minnesota. Yeah. You know what, Guru? What's crazy about that is I feel like this happens often. So if you guys remember back to college basketball, not this one that just happened, the one before, obviously I was pretty big. I was fading UConn that entire, tournament just because they were such a popular pick. And if you know anything about me and how I play my bracket pools and stuff, I just don't use the highest pick team. I just don't. So I was fading UConn, and one of the teams that I was betting on quite a bit and that I liked was Florida. And naturally, they went out in like the second round last year or Sweet 16, and then they win the title this year. So I was a year early on the Florida Gators college basketball. And yeah, maybe I was a year early on Minnesota. Could be. I mean, I don't. Could they win the title? I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I think the Cavs have a good chance. I'm not lying. I really think the Cavs have a chance to win the title, which is, if you would have asked me that before the season, I would have said no shot. But I think they're live. Obviously these two, but if we're taking the big favorites out of it, I think the Cavs. I told you guys, I think I would take Cavs over Celtics right now in a series, which is insane. Again, another thing that I never would have predicted at the beginning of the season, but that's where we're at. Wolves though do have some value. I could see the Wolves. I don't know. I got to think about it. Potentially. Like I already have Warriors, so I mean maybe we just do this too, and then we guaranteed are getting a team into the Western Conference Finals. Could be a little value on the Celtics Timberwolves matchup here. I don't know. I'm gonna think about that the rest of the day, but potentially could be interested in some Wolf stuff. We were on them last year. I don't know. We'll think about it. For tonight's games, Knicks Pistons. The Pistons have to win this game. There's no way. Right? You come home last week over the weekend, and you get screwed in that Sunday game. I told you guys I would not have been shocked if the Pistons won in New York game 5, and they did. So they successfully got back here to Detroit. They can't go out tonight. They have to. I'm surprised that the Knicks are the popular side of this. I am surprised 61% of the bets are on the Knicks. I'm also surprised that 80% of the bets are on Denver, but again, man, it's like the Clippers are better than the Nuggets. They just don't play like it. I don't know. Like the Nuggets play so much harder. They get every loose 50-50 ball. They're always in the right spots. It's such a weird dynamic. I don't know. We need the Clippers to win the night though, because we have that like 3.5 to 1 ticket on Nuggets to win game 1, Clippers to win the series. So if we want any chance of that winning, we need the Clippers tonight. We also have the Knicks to win the series in a parlay. The Pacers already cashed that. So I guess I wouldn't be mad if the Knicks win this because we would win our bet, but I kind of want game 7 in the Garden. Like that just, I kind of want that. Guru, you think Pistons lose tonight? Definitely could. I don't know. These are both gonna be great games tonight. I'm excited for tonight. These are gonna be 2 good games. I want to see. Man, do we go back? So I bet Malik Beasley. Let me. I bet Malik Beasley points on Sunday. His line was 13.5, so I took him over 13.5, and he finished with 13 points. And he shot like 0 of 6 from 3 in the first half of that game, and then still finished with 13 points, of course. And then he only had 10 points in their last game. I don't know. Maybe we just don't. I don't know. Maybe Malik Beasley is just. Maybe we can't martingale Malik Beasley any further. What is his line? Let's see. Player points. 12.5. Oh God. Someone in the chat, let me know. Do we go? Oh man, do we go back to Malik Beasley points? I am like so sick of this guy, especially after I bet him on Sunday and he hooked me. But the line is lower. So the first 2 games of the season, that line was 15.5. He scored 20 in game 1, and then he's just done nothing ever since then. So then when I saw the line at 13.5 on Sunday, I was interested. So I was like, maybe he'll shoot better. Because sometimes when I watch Malik Beasley shoot, I refuse to believe that this guy had like the second most 3-pointers in the league this year. I refuse to believe that I cannot believe this is a 40% 3-point shooter. Let's go back. Let's okay, let's look. Game 1. Game 1, the Knicks won, and Malik Beasley shot 6 of 12 from 3. He scored 20 points. That's on line with what Malik Beasley, this I don't know. Malik Beasley, he's like a unicorn. I've never seen him do anything in the playoffs, even though the numbers say he's a good 3-point shooter. I've never seen it with my own eyes. So he shot 6 of 12 in game 1 and scored 20. That's well and good. Since then, In a win in game 2, he shot 1 of 8. In a loss in game 3, he shot 2 of 10. So we're on a 3 for 18 right there on the three-pointers. Then we get to the Sunday game that I bet him in. He shot 3 for 9. So we're at a 6 for what? Like 6 for 28 stretch right there. Just completely terrible. And then in the win the other night, he shot 2 of 7. Again, just terrible. This is supposedly a top 3-point shooter. And the guy, he's shooting like 20% for the series. I don't know. Is he going to finally have a good shooting game tonight? We could take 12.5 points, and then we could take 15 and 20. So 15 is going to get you plus 146, and 20 is going to get you plus 470. Oh, man. I'm already tilting the Lakers for last night, too, because I had a parlay Lakers and Caps, no sweat winner. I knew the Lakers were going to lose. I just knew. I don't know what I was doing. I knew they were going to lose. Malik Beasley over points is a potential. He has to shoot better from 3 at some point, right? Like, he has to. In this late game, I told you guys the other day, I still think we're going to get a big Kawhi game. I thought it could have been last game. It wasn't. But then at the same time, we have to get a bounce back from James Harden, right? I mean, he was so egregiously bad in that last game. We have to get a better game from James Harden. So I don't really know like what to do there. Jamal Murray just had his big game, so you could take that out. I would assume that the Clippers are going to have to make Jokic score more and not let him, facilitate and let those other guys get loose. So maybe Joker to score 30 is interesting to me. If we did Joker to score 30 and reverse correlated that with like the Clippers to win the game, let me take Malik Beasley out here. I want to see what that would pay. Eh. 2-1 plus 227. I don't know. I do like Jokic to score 30 tonight, though. Let me add that back in for you guys. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, if I bet Malik Beasley tonight and he does not go over 12.5 points, it's gonna be bad. I'm going to crash out because I'm completely sick of this guy. But I'm willing to go back to it one more time because I love pain. So that'll really do it for us. Cade got snubbed most improved, so I like his props. Yeah, he could. He could definitely do his thing. I'm cool with Dyson Daniels winning though. I don't like when like I think Cade was like the favorite, I think, to win the award, but I don't like when they give the award. It's kind of become where they give most improved to like a top 5 pick that wasn't elite his first year, and then like 3 years he's like turns into what they thought. Like, yeah, like Cade was the number 1 overall pick. Like, why should he win most improved player? Like he was a top pick. He was supposed to be good, So I don't like I would rather them give the award to someone like Dyson Daniels just because that is like a legitimate, improvement. He's on his Dyson Daniels is on his second team. He was on New Orleans and then went to Atlanta, so I'm more in favor of that. As for baseball today, what do you guys think? I'm waiting for Nathan to come in with his obligatory Paul Skeens Pirates first 5 bet against the Cubs. Looking if anything jumps out to me. This could be a look here. Yeah, didn't these teams just play? Like did Woods Richardson just pitch against Cleveland? Did that not just happen? Let me see. I don't know. Maybe I made that up. Because I know we were kind of looking to target Woods Richardson in his last start. So maybe the over 9 would look good here. I'm not a big. First of all, Simeon Wood Richardson this season, 4.07 ERA, 5.64 expected. 52% hard hit rate is up from 36% last year. So huge increase to that hard hit rate. His WOBA allowed 361, expected 377, so higher mark there. Heavy fastball pitcher, almost 50% of the time he's throwing that fastball. And he's given up a 314 batting average with that fastball this year. Cleveland is, good fastball hitting team, better against righties than lefties. In his career against them, he's been pretty, it's a small sample though, so no reason to look at that. And then Ben Lively, I mean, he just looks pretty bad, to be honest. Not a big strikeout guy. His walk rate is up this year. Four-seamer and sinker is about 60% of his pitch mix. His sinker, he's giving up 256 batting average. Fastball, 290 expected batting average. So pretty bad fastball. So we would look at the fastball hitters on the Twins. Byron Buxton comes to mind, someone that hits fastballs well. Last year, he had a 327 batting average against fastballs, 59% hard hits. This year, he's at 300 with the 76% hard hit rates. Carlos Correa has been hitting the ball very, very well recently, and he has very good fastball numbers as well. For his career this year, that hasn't been the case. He's hitting 185 against fastballs this year, but last year he was at 309. Expected 58% hard hit rate. I like how he's been hitting the ball lately too, so that would play into it. Trevor Larnach looks pretty good. There's some room for improvement here. So Trevor Larnach, expected batting average against fastballs this year, 273. His actual is 146. So he's probably getting some bad, batting average on balls and play luck there. I'm sprinkling Pirates versus. Yeah, you have to, Nathan. That's like your thing. You have to do that. Buxton does smash fastballs. I'm automatically interested, and I'm pretty sure. I feel like Byron Buxton always does well against the Guardians. I'd like to look at his career numbers against them just for the memes. Let's see. First of all, this game is in Cleveland, so we'll look at. I'll look at his numbers against Cleveland and then in Cleveland's ballpark for his career. Career against Cleveland. Maybe. Here we go. He's hitting. It's actually the opposite. Pretty bad. 193 batting average. 14 home runs. Pretty bad, to be honest. But, I mean, Cleveland typically in the past has had really good pitching, so I don't really know how much stock I put into that, to be honest with you. I don't know. I like the over in the game, though. I can tell you that right now. Most definitely. On the Guardian side, I mean, Jose Ramirez, again, I think, we can go back to him. He's always better against righties than lefties, which is important. And he is a good fastball hitter as well. Last year against fastballs, 310 batting average, this year, 333. So good across the board. Very small sample size, but just curious his history against Woods Richardson. Wow, he is 0 for 8. So see, this is why I think that people overrate BVP in small sample sizes. Everything about these two things say that Jose Ramirez should have success against a pitcher like Woods Richardson, but in the 8 times he's seen him, he's 0 for 8. So I would not be shocked to see that correct today and see Jose Ramirez get a hit today off of Woods Richardson. And then I want to see our boy Kyle Manzardo. This guy, I talked about him a few weeks ago. He's hit a bunch of home runs since then. People in Cleveland don't like him because he's batting 210, but I mean his OPS is pretty high, 853. He hits a lot of home. He's 8 home runs, like pretty solid. Curious his numbers against fastballs. Last year they were good, 324 batting average. This year, not very good though. So that's interesting. Probably just go with the full game over there. Do I think Ty Lue is safe is a good question, Guru. I don't know. I don't know. That's an interesting question, Guru. I mean, so if we think about Ty Lue getting fired pretty soon after, winning the title with the Cavs and then taking over a team that kind of was like expected, to be good and win, right? And it just really hasn't, like, they've kind of had to build stuff on the fly too. They've made roster changes and stuff. I don't know. It's just interesting question. I guess if we look at all the remaining teams, I don't think the Lakers are going to fire JJ. So we can look at teams that got eliminated in the first round and the team's still active. I do think if one of the coaches got fired, and I won't count Denver in that mix just because they're working with an interim coach, right? I don't really know what they're going to do. They just fired their coach recently. I guess Ty Lue would probably be the most likely to get fired. So maybe, I don't know. It's interesting to think about. Anyways, continuing on baseball, nothing really sticks out to me today though. This is a good matchup here, this Red Sox Blue Jays game. Kikuchi has just been, I can't figure this guy out, man. He was so bad over the weekend in his last start. I mean, he couldn't, it was a little bit of he was terrible and bad luck. I think I can't remember who he pitched against, but they had 6 or 7 singles in the first inning and he was just getting beat by that. But I don't know. I can't ever seem to figure that guy out. The over in this Cleveland game definitely looks like the best play for me, though. Steven Kwan, let me see. I think he has good fastball numbers, too. Yeah, 350 batting average last year, 355 this year. So Steven Kwan, hits, runs, RBIs is interesting to me. I might play that, to be honest. All right. Overall, thank you guys for tuning in today. Big games tonight, so I'm excited. Tomorrow we will recap everything that went on today, and then we'll talk Golden State and Houston, obviously, as well. And there's some other stuff that we have to talk about tomorrow, too. So big stream tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, we need the Clippers tonight for our series bet, and I'll probably be rooting for the Pistons just because I would like to see a couple game sevens. So good luck with your bets tonight, DFS, fantasy, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11.